Okay, good day to everyone. Someone asked me how I did my geo freeform necklaces. I'm gonna attempt to show you. I don't know. Let's see if I can get my light and everything okay. I don't know if they'll turn out like excellent, or these are my first ones that I did, and this is one that I have completed. You can wear it either way, which I think is kind of cool. It's a lot of steps to finish them. First, you you make your molds, and I just used this caulk that has silicone in it. I probably should have bought pure silicone, but these turned out okay. I have several that I've completed that I'm going to drill the holes in and finish them out like this one. These here, when I poured the backside to fill in the, when you pour your resin in a mold, it leaves a little lip. So I sanded it down and then I poured a top coat on, but on the backside, I kind of overfilled it. You should, when you put your top coat on, you should just try to get it to the edges so it doesn't run over. And being legally blind, I have no depth perception, so I got a few of them, hopefully you can see, where it overfilled while it was laying on my mat. This is just a cutting board from the kitchen section at Walmart, which works really good. What I've got my molds on is acetate paper that I got from Amazon. It's 4" by, I think, 30 feet. Excuse me. So I just taped it down and did my molds on that, and it peels off of it really, really easily. Got a frog in my throat. But anyway, so all of these have a little bit of run over on them, so that I'm going to have to take a little bit more epoxy. I know you can sand them down with wet and very fine sandpaper, but I'm just going to take one of my little rubber paint brushes here, and I'm gonna mix some epoxy up, and I'm just gonna paint across it so it will shine back up. So that's those. All those have to be done that way. All of these are complete. Hopefully you can see them. They're really pretty. Turn my light there so you can see. The front side and back side both can be worn, so it's kind of cool to me. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna try to show you. These I poured earlier so they will dry. I must say too that when I did these, I did my molds with the silicone, and I immediately poured resin, so it was really hard to clean up the edges. So I'm going to let these dry before I actually pour the resin this time and see if it comes apart easier. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to just make your mold. I just fold this over. A lot of people use the gun and the big cans. I hate those guns, so I'm just going to form a mold just any which way you want to make it. Make sure you're high enough so you don't have run over. And I'm going to use a little bit of water just in a cup, in the lid of my water bottle. And I'm going to use a Q-tip, and I'm just gonna straighten it out a bit so it's a little bit more smooth. So you can just run around it with a wet Q-tip. You can leave it jagged if you want to, but these are all going to be smooth, I hope. So I'm going to push this one in. You can change the shape as long as your silicone is wet enough. So just bend them however you want them to be. This one's too round for me, so I'm just gonna push it in and change it a bit. So that's how easy it is to make your molds. Let them dry, and then you can get started pouring. Once the silicone dries, all your little places in here that have the chalky look on there, you can just wipe it down so it doesn't end up on your geode. And again, they don't have to look like geodes. They can just be beautiful colors, in my opinion. So, but I kind of like geode form and the look to them. So there's that part. I'm going to be using all different kinds of things to make them. What I've done here is I've poured my some drops of my Pinata magenta. I've got the gold in each one of these cups, and I've just let, it's okay that they dried. This is the Ranger's Blue, which is kind of a teal blue. It's really pretty. This one has the yellow in it, and this one is just one that I've used for quite some time, and I'm just going to mix the resin in this one, and it's a Ranger's Brown. So all those are made that way, and then I will add these powdered pigments to these cups here. I will add glitter to some of the colors. Like I will probably put this pretty red inside the magenta, and I will probably put the purple in. I think I have a purple, yes, the powdered pigment, so I will add that to that. And then I will do one which is clear resin, and these white, and I also have these sparkly ones that have all different kinds of fragments of colors in them that will change it. It will show greens and yellows and different things like that. So I'm going to let these dry, and let me see if I can show you how to put a hole in there. I've got a teeny drill bit, and I've got a piece of wood here, and I'm just going to take one of these and figure out where I want my hole to be. I think I like that side. So you just take and set it down as close to the edge as you can. Sorry for the noise. And you just drill through. Just keep running it back and forth through till you get a nice clean hole. And there you have a clean hole. And you can see the hole right there. And what I do is, I'm not a jeweler at all, so what I'm doing, I have no clue. But so I just take this silver wire, and I'm going to cut it to size, and I will stick it through the hole and twist it a bit, just like I did here. Hopefully you can see that I twisted that, and then I slid a jump ring on, which I have many sizes. You just need to use one that's large enough to get your necklace through. So, and they turn out so pretty. So there's that. So I'm gonna mix my resins up, my colors, and I'm gonna let these dry for a bit, and then we will jump into making some colors. I do want to put a center in one of these. So if you want a hole in it, all you have to do is add a little bit in the center of them, and you will have a nice hole. I'm going to make that one a like nice long one. Let that go that way. Just let it fill in like that, and then let them dry, and we will be back to actually do the fun part. Okay, so see you in a bit.